Hello Gaius. This video is for your the sheet music. He's a pirate from the Pirates of the Caribbean. And I think I've explained fairly well in the instruction sheet. This song has mainly two hand positions, the intro and the ending, the first four measures, and then the last two, basically. You know, you just put, before we even begin, first you need to set your mind to the 3-beat pattern. And all of your other homework was in 4 beats. This one is in 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'll just play the first intro. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and big fermata. So that's your intro. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. And you pause there. The fermata means you stop counting right there. Or you can do 1, 2, because it is a half note. And let's jump over all the way to the end at measure 3, 4, 5, measure 36. And there is a repeat sign. So there, the rhythm is a little bit different than the intro. It goes 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and you end. So there, which you will be adding on later, but nonetheless, left hand, you know, it's the same hand position as the intro. At the very end, the left hand just jumps down an octave, A to the low A. I wonder if you can actually see that. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, so that's the intro and the ending. So let's leave that aside. It's easy enough. You can always add it on later. The main song is where it's a little bit tricky, because there's rhythm and there's also alternating between the right and the left. And if you look at all of the first page from measure 5, the pickup to measure 5, you don't play the right and left very often. When you get towards the end of the song, after like measure 22, you start playing the right and the left at the same time together, and you have like big chords. But the main song, I've noticed that it divides well into 4 sections, and these are 4 different melody line. So let's play I'll just go through the first one. And first you need to get your hand position right. Left hand pinky on E, right hand thumb on C. So the thumb, right hand at middle C, right hand thumb at middle C, left hand thumb at B. That's the first phrase. And it repeats one more time with a slight difference in the ending. That ending, you know, the first time is, second time. Okay, so I will play again from the pickup to measure 5 through to measure 12. So that's the first phrase. And next phrase, starting pickup to measure 13. Pickup to means the 1 beat before that, you know. So it starts with that. And I'm at the bottom of the first page. That's the first of that second phrase, and the first half. And concluding phrase. The exchange between the right and the left at measure 18 is going to be a little bit tricky, because it's an 8th, 8th, and an 8th, 8th. So you have to, I'll play just the measure 18. It goes rest. So 1 and rest, 3 and. 1 and rest, 3 and. So rest. Okay, it's rather quick, so you really have to know what note you have to play. So it's a right hand E to the left hand A. So it's a 3, 2, and then it's the same A to the C. So you got 2, 1. Okay. Rest. Okay, so now I will go back and play that. So this is the second part. We have four sections in the main song. This is section 2. Pick up to measure 13 through measure 20. Okay, pick up to measure 13. Okay, so that's section 2. Now let's go to section number 3. I wouldn't expect you to be working all the way out to there. If you can practice from pick up to measure 5 all the way to measure 20, that's more than enough work. Or if you can only do the first section from pick up to measure 5 through to measure 12, that's already good enough, because that pretty much sums up a lot of the rhythm challenges that you have for this song. So you don't have to play to the end. There's absolutely no need for that. Just be able to play the first phrase well, because if you have to be able to play each of those phrases well, and then afterwards you can put them all together. Okay. So just so that you have something to, so that you have a better idea, I will start at pick up to measure 21. Pick up to measure 21, where it says mezzo piano. Okay. And it's very different. At that point, this particular phrase, as you can see, it does not have any staccato. So it's very smooth legato and flowing. 1, 2. See, it's very different, right? And it's kind of nice that there's the 2 slur marks. The first slur is this. That's the first phrase. The next phrase, where the next slur begins. Okay, so as you can see, every one of these 4 sections have you can almost call it like a question and an answer, or you say it and you repeat it. In the section number 1, you said it once and you repeat it. I think section 2 is more like a question and an answer, and section 3 again is a question and an answer. And this is the section 4, the very starts at measure 29. Okay, and that section 4, as you can see, very different from the sections 3. It's a lot of staccato, and you don't have much 8th note anymore. It's a lot of that ta ta ta. A lot of staccato quarter notes. Okay, so I'll start at measure 29. Dramatic pause there before you get into the ending. Okay, I'll play that section 4 one more time. Measure 29. And that's your section 4. And I wonder if you noticed that at measure 35, the staccato is no longer there, so you have to... Or actually, I added a retardando because I think it's a kind of appropriate to put a little bit of a slowing down. And ending. And that's the ending to your song. So it's a lot of stuff. So let's work on let's work in one chunk at a time. So first you need to get the measure 5 through 12. You've got to learn it and you've got to be able to play it well. Next, you go to the next section, pick up to measure 13, up to measure 20. Or actually measure 20, where the slur ends. the main song of this, of this always starts, most of the time starts at the upbeat, measure 3. Not measure 3, beat 3. So it always ends on beat 2. The phrase usually ends on, most of the time ends on beat 2. So I guess that's it. Yeah, good luck. But you don't need to be ambitious. Just work on the first page. First and foremost, work on the first page. Okay, bye.